All right, welcome into the Daily Fix as we do it every day at this time, 12 o'clock Central Time, right here on Foolish Club Media. Every day. I am Ron Hughley, your host of the Daily Fix, right there in that little box where he rightfully belongs, right there in that little box is Steve Serta, as he joins and rides with us every single day. Again, we appreciate you every day, all of you that take us in. Um, we appreciate you, and we hope that you continue to listen and tell some friends and grow this thing with us. So if you're listening to us on Twitter, we appreciate you. If you're listening to us on YouTube, we greatly appreciate you as well. Right now, what I would like for you to do, if you have not done so, please head to our Foolish Club Media channel on YouTube Foolish Club Media, and like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe as we are trying to grow even more. Like and subscribe. Remember, if you do not do so, you are preventing my three children from eating, and that ain't cool. That ain't cool. So like and subscribe. Not going to hold you too long as usual. I have made a decision, and I don't really care if you agree with me or not. I have made this decision on this day, and it's going to happen. Uh, I am rooting for the demise of Aaron Rodgers, football demise. I don't like. I'm not rooting for him to get crippled or anything, but the football demise of Aaron Rodgers, and that is including tonight. Tell you how I feel about that. Not great, not great, not great. But I do want to start here as the Chiefs are 7-0. They are the best team in football. Although when you hear it and you hear a team, Steve, that has the unanimous best player in the sport, the unanimous best coach in the sport, I think it's even close to say the unanimous best defense in the sport. I think if anybody was rolling, said if we could take one defense in the NFL, I think people would take Spags and the Chiefs over anybody right now. And this is a two-time champion that has won three championships in the last 5 years in the midst of a dynasty. You would think that this would be a team that people are like, whoo, they are that team that's way out in front. You don't get that. The Chiefs in the past sort of have had that fear. The Chiefs have had like some college teams like Georgia or Alabama. They've beat teams before they got off the bus. They've beat teams right when they got on the field before the game even started because there's just a fear. There was a fear of, all right, good God, we can't get down by two scores. If we get down by two scores, we'll never catch them. We got to go for all these fourth downs because we got to score. We can't kick field goals. We're going to score touchdowns. There was a fear that teams had for the Chiefs. I think that fear has dissipated the last couple of years, Serta. And I wonder, is it back? And I think it is coming back just in a different way. I don't think people are saying it or understand it yet, but I think it is starting to come back. Because one, Serta, they just have this deal of how are they going to get us today? We know it's going to be close. We probably know that the odds are to be close, but they seem to always make the play. They seem to always have the thing go the right way. And to some idiots, they seem to always get the referees to help them out. I think there is a different form of this, Steve, because what we've started to see is the Chiefs will find themselves having a lead in the second half. And then they have this ability, Steve, to just go on a 4 to 7 to 8 minute drive that is methodical. And here, the last few games, they've been able to end those drives on touchdowns. And they just rip the heart out because they'll have that lead and then they'll score that touchdown on that 7-8 minute drive where they pick up a whole bunch of first downs. They did it against the Niners to end the game. They did it against the Raiders. They've done it they do it to a lot of teams. And then you go up 2 scores, and now you got to try to get 2 scores against that defense. And now you got to try to score against that defense that gets to rush the passer, which is the best thing that they do in cover. I think that is where the fear is beginning to come up is fourth quarter. we got to keep this thing close, because if they go on one of those drives and extend it and just choke the game away and then give it to their well-rested defense, I think that has started to become a formula that just chokes these games away. So they used to just put up 30 and 40, and that was your fear. Now in the second half, they just choke down games and then give their rested defense closeout time. And their defense is like Kobe, Jordan, LeBron, whoever. They close, Mariano Rivera, they close things out.
Yeah, I think the NFL knows that. And I think the NFL is aware of it. And they still look at the Chiefs like that's the team everybody has to beat. That's everybody's Super Bowl whenever they play the Kansas City Chiefs. But for some reason, nationally and like analysis wise, it's still, I don't know if it's just Patrick Mahomes and everything that you expect of him, but the defense is being disrespected again this season, the exact same way they were last year. And they're just as good so far. Like they're still a totally dominant defense, and they are not being treated like that whatsoever for some reason.
I don't know if it's as much being disrespected. I just don't think they incorporate the same level of fear and dominance that they can have impacting a game that they do with an offense. Right? Like for me, back in the Chiefs' heyday scoring days, 18, 19, 20, Serta, it was always, to me, get up 2 scores. Because no matter what portion of the game they get up 2 scores, their defense is never going to stop the Chiefs' offense enough to come back more times than not. And now they get up in that fourth quarter, their offense, the Chiefs' offense, Serta, they have perfected the 4-minute drive that they have turned into a 6 to 7 to 8 minute drive where they just hold on to it. And they just get these first downs, and it may be Kareem for 3, and it may be Kareem for 4 or 2, and then P. Ryan may catch it out of the backfield, or Kelsey. Like they have perfected choking away these games, and now they're finishing in the end zone instead of kicking field goals. And it is a scary thing when you start rolling that third and fourth quarter. That's where the Chiefs are starting to become scary. All right. Aaron Rodgers, I've made that very clear, sort of sports-wise. I am not a fan, sports or off the field, but I am rooting for his demise on the field. I hope they lose every game. Now he's coming
very bad right now. So they're on their way.
Like there's been nothing more. I think only Robert Saleh and his wife are more happy than I am with the outcome of these games since he has been fired and forced out. They've lost every last one of them. They've lost 5 in a row, and he's not been good. And now he's talking to some sort of cayenne pepper and water mixture that he's drinking to keep him young. He said he is still in the darkness or some sort of darkness that he needs to find peace. He's I think the best thing for him, he might want to just try to say the hell with it and sneak that 12 jersey on and tell Joe Namath to go to hell. Maybe that gives him some luck back. But I root for him to lose every one of these ball games. And they got a big matchup tonight against the Texans. Steve, I'll be honest with you, I don't feel good about the demise happening tonight.
I need Tank Dell to step up bad for my fantasy teams.
Again, I don't feel great about that either.
Offensive line sucks. So
and that it just I don't think the Jets are better than the Texans, but styles make fights, and especially what the Texans are right now. I think the Jets match up well with them, and I understand why they have been as high as a 2.5, and I think now sit in the 1.5, 2-point, 2-point dog, or the Texans are 2-point underdogs in this game. That defensive line with Hassan Reddick coming back, Clemens, they're going to potentially give them hell with their blitzing linebackers. There's not. The Texans' offensive line haven't met a stunt that they know how to solve. Not one. Not one. TN stunts, linebacker stunts. It's going to be a problem. And now, Derek Stingley is not playing the way that he was playing towards the end of the year, and he has been beat many times. They just haven't had quarterbacks to connect. and the route he's been beat on are fades a lot. Anthony Richardson missed A.D. Mitchell on about 3 fades last week where he had beat him. And then on the other side, for some reason, teams have just not tried Kamari Lassiter. I don't understand. He ran a 4.6 at the combine. I get the feel that might see him get tested today. And I just do not like the matchups for the Texans, which actually may help the Chiefs because they're sitting as the 2 seed right now at 6-2. But I want Aaron to lose them all. But I don't like tonight's matchup for the Texans.
And Will McDonald for the Jets has actually been fantastic. Second-year pass rusher who didn't play much as a rookie. He's got 8 or 9 sacks already this season. Like he's been insane for them. But I will say it's a good matchup for Joe Mixon. Like the Jets' run defense hasn't been very good this season.
When they don't,
still really good.
Yeah, when they don't give a rip. But now they can add more to the box because this is what the Texans are running out: Tank Dell, Xavier Hutchinson, Robert Woods, and John Mechie. So that is from the receiving core standpoint is what they're running out there. Not any of them scare them, and so we'll see. We'll see. The Texans may have to, their best bet maybe to run it and defense it, but I just don't love the matchup tonight. All right, happy Halloween to everybody out there, and I just want to say this, and I don't appreciate the little subtitle you have up there about me being the Grinch to Halloween. It's these bastards that have done it. Okay. I have made the decision along with Courtney. I have made the decision that we are no longer handing out candy or giving candy on Halloween. We're turning our light off and we are not giving candy. Now, we have 3 young kids ourselves. So what we have done since living in Kansas City and then moving to Houston, what we have done, Serta, is we have put out a huge, bucket of candy, put the little sign up there. Hey, take 1. No, we'd say take 3. Take 3 pieces of candy and bam. And the last two years, somebody, it's been gone quickly. Right? Like they have some kids have gone in and just poured the whole bucket of candy in their bag. And we can see it on our Ring camera, and we can see like within 15 minutes of us leaving, we've had no candy left because kids that's the last 2 years. 2 years ago, Courtney put her childhood trick-or-treat basket, her little jack-o'-lantern basket. It was one she trick-or-treated with. She put it out there. Somebody stole it. Somebody just took the whole bucket and stole the thing. And then last year they whoever it was took the bucket in their poured it in their candy, and then just threw our bowl, which was in our yard, just thrown. So because of those asshats, we are not giving candy anymore. Not until we are standing there and our kids are old enough that they go without us or something. But we are done giving candy. Yes, like the police force, when there are some bad apples, you have to change course and you have to do things. Not all the kids are bad. Most of them are good. But those bad apples have made us have to make a move. And the move we're making is we're done with candy at our house. Move it on. Go to the next one. Go to Tanya's. It's our neighbor.
So, I mean, you could supervise it a little bit instead of putting your faith in children to do the right thing or not be little jackasses. But I mean, I don't give anything away at Halloween, but there's in all fairness, my neighborhood, there's just no children. Like I never see kids trick-or-treating on Halloween, but I would turn my light off and not give any candy away anyways, because I don't want to be bothered. So,
yeah, well, I want to be nice. I like to give out candy. I like it, but we've got people stealing and just throwing our stuff, right? And then that's the other part. They dump out the ones on the ground that they don't want, right? Like some of them, there's some of the bad candies they don't want. They just leave them on the ground for us. It's a damn shame, and I'm not doing it. Our lights are off. Not candy today. Nope. Happy Halloween. Just don't come to my house. Hi, Mom. Hey, Courtney.